If you are 65 to 80 years old, the 3 most dangerous people we will encounter. As we embrace the later years of life, a wealth of wisdom and peace comes with age. However, it's also a time to stay mindful and vigilant, as some risks are more subtle than they may seem. Often, the greatest dangers aren't the loud or obvious threats, but the quiet ones. The people who blend into the background yet may harbour intentions that could put our safety at risk. In this video, we'll uncover 3 types of people who, despite appearing harmless, can pose real risks if we aren't cautious. Recognizing these potential threats isn't about living in fear. It's about empowering ourselves to enjoy life fully while staying safe. If you find this information helpful, consider subscribing to our channel for more valuable insights and tips on navigating this stage of life with confidence and awareness. The hidden danger of unsuspecting predators. As we age, our trust in others often grows, shaped by years of kindness, shared experiences, and a willingness to see the good in people. However, this openness can sometimes make us vulnerable to a certain type of individual, the unsuspecting predator. Unlike those who come across as loud, threatening, or obviously harmful, these individuals operate subtly, concealing their intentions behind a friendly smile, a helpful gesture, or a kind word. They may seem like friends or even trusted caregivers, showing up in our lives with offers of assistance or companionship. But behind this facade, their goal is often to manipulate, exploit, or take advantage of our kindness. These unsuspecting predators don't appear dangerous at first. They might even present themselves as generous and caring, positioning themselves as the ones we can rely on. This could be a new neighbor, a friendly volunteer, or even someone we see regularly in our community. They are skilled at gradually building a sense of trust, slowly lowering our defenses until they find an opportunity to manipulate us. They are often excellent listeners, remembering small details about our lives, and may appear genuinely concerned about our well-being. This attentiveness feels comforting, yet it can be precisely what allows them to gather information they might later use to their advantage. The true danger with unsuspecting predators lies in their subtle manipulation tactics. One common method they use is emotional manipulation. They may share stories of hardship or suffering, aiming to elicit sympathy and create a bond. For instance, they might speak of loneliness, difficult family relationships, or personal struggles that resonate with us. By tapping into our empathy, they create a relationship that feels genuine and mutual, but their intentions are often far from sincere. For seniors who have spent a lifetime valuing connection and empathy, this tactic can be especially effective, as we naturally want to help those we believe are in need. Another strategy of unsuspecting predators is to gradually increase their presence in our lives. They might offer to assist with errands, visit regularly to check in, or even offer to accompany us to appointments. While these gestures can seem kind and generous, they can also be a way to build dependency. Once a pattern of reliance is established, it becomes harder to set boundaries or decline assistance, especially when their help has become part of our routine. This dynamic can lead to situations where we feel beholden to them, making it challenging to recognize or confront their true motives. Recognizing an unsuspecting predator requires paying close attention to certain red flags. While not every friendly person has ill intentions, certain behaviors can suggest when friendliness may be a strategy rather than genuine care. For instance, if someone frequently checks in without reason or makes an extra effort to spend time with us, it might be a sign that they are seeking to establish control rather than building a balanced friendship. They may ask seemingly innocent questions about our family, finances, or daily routine. While such questions might feel normal, these details could be later used to identify potential vulnerabilities. Trusting our instincts in these situations is crucial. If someone's interest feels too intense or their questions too probing, it's wise to remain cautious. One of the most telling signs of an unsuspecting predator is their tendency to be overly complimentary or ingratiating. Compliments, while usually harmless, can sometimes be excessive or feel insincere. For example, they might constantly praise our wisdom, generosity, or kindness, creating a sense of obligation. When someone repeatedly flatters us, it can make us feel we owe them something, which can lead to uncomfortable situations where we hesitate to set boundaries for fear of seeming ungrateful. True friendship and care are balanced. They don't make us feel indebted. Recognizing this imbalance can help us maintain a sense of autonomy and protect our self-respect. Establishing boundaries is one of the most effective defenses against unsuspecting predators. Boundaries are not about pushing people away, they are about protecting ourselves. By defining clear limits on what we're willing to share and accept, we take control of the relationship. Simple phrases like, "I appreciate the offer, but I'm comfortable handling this on my own," or "Thank you, but I prefer not to discuss that," can signal that our boundaries are not to be crossed. These statements serve as powerful reminders of our independence, reinforcing that our well-being comes first. When we establish these boundaries, we protect our emotional and physical safety, ensuring that our relationships are based on mutual respect. Physical boundaries are equally important. Physical contact, while often innocent, can sometimes be used by predators to test or weaken our personal space. Even friendly gestures like a hand on the shoulder or a pat on the back can feel intrusive if they are unwanted. In these moments, it's essential to respond assertively. A simple step back or a polite but firm "no thank you" can signal that our boundaries are not negotiable. This response reinforces that respect for our personal space is a basic expectation in any relationship, and we have every right to safeguard it. In conversations with someone who seems overly interested in our personal lives, it's wise to keep the details general. Avoid discussing family, finances, health, or daily routines in detail, as these can provide unsuspecting predators with information to exploit. For instance, knowing we live alone might make us appear as an easier target, while learning about our health could be used to create a sense of dependency. By keeping conversations light and redirecting personal questions, we protect our privacy and maintain control over what others know about us. Enlisting the support of trusted friends or family members can be a vital additional safeguard. If someone new enters our life, such as a caregiver or a new acquaintance, it can be helpful to introduce them to a family member or friend. Those closest to us can offer valuable insights, often sensing things we might overlook. This support network serves as a reassurance that we are not alone in our decisions and observations. Sharing our experiences with loved ones can help us avoid isolation and provide perspective on whether someone's behavior might be concerning. Living in our golden years comes with a sense of freedom and peace that we have worked hard to achieve. We have earned the right to live surrounded by those who truly care for us, and we deserve relationships that are based on trust and respect. Awareness of unsuspecting predators is not about becoming distrustful. Rather, it's about maintaining the autonomy, dignity, and joy we've built over a lifetime. By recognizing signs of manipulation, standing firm in our boundaries, and trusting our instincts, we protect ourselves and our well-being. This awareness allows us to remain open to new connections and experiences while ensuring that we are not vulnerable to exploitation. Embracing our intuition, we can navigate interactions safely and confidently, each decision to set a boundary or decline. Unsolicited help is a powerful affirmation of our self-respect and independence. Remember, respecting ourselves sets the standard for how we expect others to treat us. We can continue to live with kindness and generosity while safeguarding our dignity and peace, knowing that we are in control of our lives and our relationships. When someone has nothing to lose, a danger lurking in plain sight. In our later years, life often brings a renewed sense of stability and peace. However, there are those we may encounter who do not share this same stability, people who feel they have nothing left to lose. These individuals, often carrying profound personal losses or hardships, can pose unique dangers due to their unpredictability. Unlike those with secure relationships or responsibilities, individuals who perceive themselves as having lost everything may feel untethered, with little regard for consequences. This mindset can create situations where typical social rules no longer apply, making interactions with them potentially volatile and risky. This type of person can be found almost anywhere: a stranger in the grocery store, a passerby on the street, or even a familiar face within the community. They don't typically stand out, and they may not look threatening or aggressive. In fact, many of them appear just like anyone else, blending seamlessly into everyday environments. Yet, beneath a calm exterior, they may harbor feelings of frustration, resentment, or despair, which can surface unexpectedly. It is precisely this sense of having nothing left to lose that makes them unpredictable, as they may act impulsively without the usual restraints of fear, social norms, or personal responsibility. Understanding why such individuals are dangerous begins with a look at their psychological state. Most people's actions are guided by an underlying sense of responsibility, whether it's toward loved ones, their community, or their own personal reputation. These responsibilities create natural boundaries that shape our behavior, making us more likely to act cautiously or consider the consequences of our actions. However, when someone feels they have lost everything of value, whether it be family, career, or even their own self-worth, these boundaries may no longer hold. They become, in essence, free from the consequences that typically guide behavior, which can lead to risky or even hostile actions. Imagine someone who feels as though they are at a dead end in life. They may have experienced overwhelming personal losses, like the death of loved ones, financial collapse, or the erosion of social ties. Such a person might think, "What more do I have to lose?" or "Nothing matters anymore." This loss of connection to meaningful goals or relationships can breed a sense of recklessness, where impulsive behavior becomes a release from internal pain. For seniors who may encounter individuals going through crises or facing significant life challenges, it is essential to recognize the potential risks and act with caution. Identifying individuals with this nothing-to-lose mindset requires observing certain behavioral cues. While they might not appear outwardly aggressive, small signs can offer insight into their mental state. Emotional instability is a common indicator. People in this mindset may switch from calm to irritated or angry in a matter of seconds. They might react disproportionately to minor frustrations, like delays in line or perceived slights, showing signs of emotional overwhelm. This unpredictable shift can be alarming and is often a signal that they are struggling with feelings they cannot control. Another sign is reckless or disregardful behavior. For example, they might drive erratically, cut in lines, or act disruptively in public spaces. These behaviors demonstrate a lack of concern for social norms, signaling that they feel disconnected from others. When someone feels alienated or that they no longer belong, Their actions can reflect this disconnection, making them less predictable and more likely to respond impulsively if provoked. Observing these actions can be a key to understanding their state of mind and to keeping a safe distance if necessary. Sometimes these individuals exhibit a detached or withdrawn appearance. They might avoid eye contact, seem lost in thought, or show little interest in what's happening around them. While detachment alone isn't always a sign of danger, when combined with other indicators, like unpredictability or reckless behavior, it may suggest that someone is experiencing a significant personal struggle. This kind of detachment can signal emotional numbness, a state where the individual is out of touch with their feelings or the impact of their actions on others. Being around someone who exhibits this behavior can feel unsettling, as it is difficult to predict how they might respond in any given situation. Frequent complaints or expressions of hopelessness are also common among individuals with nothing to lose. Phrases like, "Nothing matters anymore," "I have nothing left to live for," or "Nobody cares about me," are red flags that signal a deep sense of despair. While empathy is a natural response, it's essential to approach these individuals with caution. Hopelessness can sometimes lead to dangerous behaviors, as the individual may be less likely to avoid conflict or may react aggressively if they feel cornered or disrespected. For seniors, who may be perceived as more vulnerable, staying mindful of these verbal cues can be a critical part of remaining safe. When interacting with individuals who may be emotionally volatile or detached, certain strategies can help maintain a safe environment. The first is to maintain a respectful distance. If someone's behavior suggests they might be unstable, avoid getting too close or engaging in physical proximity that might make them feel crowded or threatened. Even seemingly minor actions, like standing too close or making direct eye contact, can trigger hostility in someone who feels vulnerable or defensive. Using a calm, neutral tone is another practical approach. If you need to communicate with someone you suspect is in this mental state, avoid using an overly friendly or familiar tone, which could be misinterpreted. Instead, keep your responses measured and neutral. This tone conveys respect without encouraging further interaction, helping to diffuse potential tension. In these situations, excessive sympathy may also be misinterpreted. While compassion is important, appearing overly sympathetic can sometimes provoke a negative reaction, especially if the individual is feeling particularly resentful or sensitive. Avoiding arguments or disagreements is also essential. Those who feel they have nothing left to lose are often unwilling or unable to compromise. Avoid engaging in discussions, even about minor matters, and instead try to steer clear of confrontation by nodding politely or using non-committal responses like, "I see," or "Thank you for sharing." This approach reduces the likelihood of escalation and allows you to avoid unnecessary conflict. If the person's behavior makes you uncomfortable, it is best to exit the situation gracefully. A polite, non-confrontational excuse like, "Excuse me, I need to get going," or "It was nice chatting with you, but I have to be on my way," allows you to remove yourself from the interaction without drawing attention or causing offense. By disengaging in this way, you prioritize your safety while maintaining respect for the other person's emotions. Above all, trust your instincts. As someone with decades of life experience, you have likely developed a well-honed sense of intuition. If someone's behavior feels off, or if you sense that they may be harboring a deep sense of resentment or frustration, trust your instincts and take appropriate steps to distance yourself. In this stage of life, protecting your emotional and physical well-being is paramount, and trusting your intuition is a valuable tool for ensuring your safety. In our later years, we have earned the right to live with peace and confidence. This doesn't mean living in fear. It means being aware of those who might not share the same boundaries or sense of accountability. By recognizing potential risks and keeping our distance when necessary, we empower ourselves to continue enjoying our daily activities with confidence. Interacting with people who may be struggling or feeling detached from life is part of living in a community, but by taking steps to stay aware and prepared, we can protect ourselves while still embracing the moments that bring us joy. The experienced violent person. Danger in calm disguise. In our interactions with others, most people approach potential conflict with hesitation. Fear, anxiety, or even common courtesy typically restrains us from resorting to aggression. However, some individuals have developed a level of comfort with confrontation and even violence, making them unique in their ability to remain calm and controlled in stressful situations. These individuals may include those with military or law enforcement backgrounds, martial artists, or people who have encountered frequent physical confrontations. Their extensive experience with high-stress situations means they do not react with the same anxiety that many of us might feel in a tense or potentially hostile encounter. While they are not necessarily looking for trouble, their calm under pressure and comfort with violence can make them a dangerous presence if conflict does arise. One of the most distinguishing characteristics of an experienced violent person is their composure in situations that might provoke or intimidate others. Unlike individuals who react impulsively, these people exhibit a measured calmness, often observing rather than engaging. This demeanor allows them to assess a situation, anticipate reactions, and remain composed when others might falter. This calm exterior can be unsettling, especially when it masks an underlying readiness for confrontation. An experienced violent person knows how to act quickly and effectively, without the hesitation or fear that might restrain someone less accustomed to conflict. Understanding why these individuals can be particularly dangerous requires examining both their psychological and physical attributes. Their familiarity with confrontation gives them a psychological advantage. They have been conditioned to maintain control over their emotions and responses, even in moments of aggression. This advantage means they are more likely to think strategically rather than emotionally, which can make them unpredictable if provoked. Their approach to conflict is not merely reactive, but often calculated, as they have likely encountered and managed high-stakes situations before. This experience gives them an unsettling sense of self-assurance, making them less likely to back down if they feel threatened or challenged. Recognizing an experienced violent person is not always straightforward, as they do not necessarily display the typical tough appearance we might associate with aggression. In fact, many experienced violent individuals are calm, collected, and observant, appearing entirely unthreatening until a situation requires them to act. This calmness can make them difficult to identify, as they often blend seamlessly into social settings without raising alarms. Rather than displaying outward aggression, they tend to be hyper-aware of their surroundings, carefully observing people and environments. This habit of watching and assessing stems from their training or experience, where situational awareness is crucial. A few subtle signs can help identify an experienced violent individual. For example, they often exhibit a strong posture, confident movements, and quick reflexes, traits that are common among those who have spent years training their bodies and minds for confrontation. While these traits are not definitive indicators of a person's intentions, they can suggest a level of physical and mental discipline that accompanies experience with violence. Additionally, their reactions to aggression or confrontation are typically calm and measured. Rather than raising their voice or displaying visible signs of anger, they often respond with a quiet intensity, watching carefully and assessing how best to handle the situation. In interactions with someone who may have extensive experience in violent settings, certain strategies can help to avoid unnecessary conflict. The first and perhaps most important is to avoid any form of provocation. Experienced violent individuals are often more adept at handling confrontation and may react quickly if they feel threatened or challenged. A minor misunderstanding or simple disagreement can escalate if they perceive it as a threat, so it's best to de-escalate by remaining calm and non-confrontational. For example, if they make a comment or hold a differing opinion, responding with a neutral phrase like "I see your point" or "Thank you for sharing" can prevent the situation from becoming tense. Staying calm and respectful is another critical approach. Experienced violent individuals tend to respect those who can maintain their composure. In any interaction, it's best to avoid language or body language that could be seen as confrontational. Maintaining a respectful tone and avoiding emotionally charged topics can go a long way in keeping the interaction peaceful. Remember, these individuals are accustomed to handling intense situations, so keeping a level head and avoiding topics that could spark disagreement helps in navigating interactions smoothly. Awareness of surroundings is also essential. In any public or unfamiliar setting, be mindful of exits and other people nearby. If you sense discomfort or notice someone observing you closely, position yourself in a way that allows for easy movement or exit if necessary. Knowing your surroundings not only enhances your safety, but also provides peace of mind, allowing you to focus on enjoying your activities while staying prepared for unexpected interactions. It's also wise to avoid physical contact, even friendly gestures, with someone who may be experienced in confrontation. Sometimes even simple gestures like a pat on the shoulder or a handshake can be misinterpreted, especially by someone accustomed to being vigilant in potentially confrontational settings. Respecting physical boundaries signals that you acknowledge their space and are not interested in pushing beyond comfortable limits. If contact is unavoidable, keep it brief and respectful to avoid any misunderstanding. Above all, trust your intuition. Over years of life experience, many of us develop a sense of intuition that serves as a valuable guide in unfamiliar or uncertain situations. If you feel uncomfortable around someone or sense that they may be capable of aggression, take steps to distance yourself from the interaction. Politely excuse yourself with phrases like, "Excuse me, I need to attend to something," or "It was nice meeting you, but I have to be on my way." This gentle, non-confrontational approach allows you to leave the situation without drawing attention or creating tension. For seniors who have spent a lifetime building relationships and cultivating kindness, it can be challenging to navigate interactions with individuals who may not share the same peaceful intentions. However, awareness of potential risks and taking steps to protect ourselves can empower us to enjoy social interactions with confidence. By remaining calm, respectful, and mindful of boundaries, we can foster a sense of security while still engaging with the world around us. Recognizing that experienced violent individuals possess unique skills and perspectives allows us to approach interactions with caution and respect, without allowing fear to limit our activities. In our later years, the freedom to live peacefully and safely is invaluable. This sense of calm is something we have earned, and by staying alert to potential risks, we protect our right to enjoy it fully. While experienced violent individuals may be rare, understanding their unique traits helps us prepare for unexpected encounters. This preparation doesn't mean living in fear. Rather, it equips us with the tools to confidently navigate our surroundings, secure in the knowledge that we can handle whatever comes our way. Living with confidence through awareness. As we navigate the later years of life, our goal is to enjoy every moment, savouring the peace and contentment we've worked hard to achieve. Staying vigilant is not about living in fear, but about safeguarding the life we cherish. By recognising potential dangers, setting firm boundaries, and trusting our instincts, we empower ourselves to interact confidently, even in uncertain situations. This awareness provides a sense of control, allowing us to enjoy social interactions, explore new opportunities, and engage with others, all while knowing we can handle any challenge that may come our way. The individuals we've discussed, those who use subtle manipulation, those who feel they have nothing to lose, and those who are experienced in confrontation, are not necessarily part of our everyday interactions. However, understanding their behaviors and motives helps us stay prepared, enabling us to identify potential risks early on and respond wisely. Our awareness does not diminish the kindness and openness that enrich our lives. Rather, it strengthens our ability to maintain healthy, fulfilling relationships based on mutual respect. Living confidently and safely means respecting our own boundaries and honouring the intuition that has guided us through decades of life. We have earned the right to live peacefully, and part of preserving that peace is maintaining awareness in our daily interactions. Each interaction becomes an opportunity to exercise our wisdom, using both caution and compassion to navigate the world around us. In doing so, we continue to lead lives filled with purpose, connection, and security. If you found these insights helpful, consider subscribing to our channel for more content that empowers and informs. Together, we can embrace the joys of this stage of life, living each day with confidence, awareness, and an unwavering sense of self-respect.